Welcome to JAA News Network with your hosts Angelo Badalamenti and John Saavedra.
Hey, welcome. Today we're going to be discussing the 7 life function of sea turtles, marine birds, and other sea snakes and reptiles.
First up, suggestion. Their jaws are good for breaking shells of crabs. Respiration uses lungs, brings water through the nasal passage where oxygen is extracted. Excretion. Salt water goes out the salt glands. Food goes out the anus. Salt glands help take away excess salt. And reproduction. Return to the beach where they were born. To mate and lay eggs. Females store the eggs to fertilize the eggs she will lay in 2 or 3 years.
The locomotion is the turtles use all 4 limbs to dig up a hole, so it's 30 to 60 centimeters, and then the turtle lays its eggs in the hole, which then eventually hatch and then use all 4 limbs to go
Alright, so the fins help them swim. It's unlike the tortoise. Tortoises have feet. The fins are adapted, so it helps them move throughout the water. The shell is the covering. It protects them from predators and whatnot. The plates has 5 plates, and the skin gills, which is in this area, excretes excess salt in the water, so they don't overdose on salt. And food goes in the mouth and out the anus, and that's it.
And here's our guest speaker talking about how sea turtles are endangered.
Sea turtles are endangered because people will overrun their nests. They'll build hotels and houses on the islands where they live. People will eat their eggs or eat the turtle. They use their shells for jewelry and guitars, turtle wax, and that's it.
If you want to learn how to play guitar like this guy, call 1-800-GUITAR!
Welcome back to JAA News Network, and our next subject is the life functions in marine birds.
Alright, birds reproduce externally. This is by laying eggs on the beach and in nests.
Locomotion. Birds of movement is with their 2 feet or wobbling. The other way is, of course, flying.
Alright, respiration in marine birds is that they have 2 nostrils on the top of their bill, which take in oxygen, which goes into the air sacs. After that goes into the air sacs, it goes into the lungs. The reason for that is so it can filter out salt and other debris.
These type of marine birds are typically found along the shoreline. They're about this big. Their wings are oily, so when a wave comes and hits them, they stay dry. They feed of insects and little crabs along the shoreline. This is once in a lifetime live footage of marine birds in their natural habitat.
Welcome our guest speaker, Benjamin, talking about dangers in marine birds.
So, people endanger marine birds by leaving their trash out. They just throw their trash out their window and it gets into the ocean. Birds, when they float into the ocean, they could fly into a bag, choke on a bag. The can holders, those get around birds' necks and choke them. All the trash, oil spills, those endanger birds when it gets on them. It weighs them down so they can't fly. And fishermen get them caught in their nets.
Now back to the brighter side of JAA news. Local residents finds a sea snake wandering in their pool.
Yes, Angelo, a sea snake is descended from Australia. Land snake. They live in tropical waters, and they are highly venomous.
Most sea snakes bites occur when a snake is hauled within a catch. So when fishermen go and they release a net and they pull up the net, they don't realize that there's a sea snake in there. And
After a bite, they will feel stiffness, muscle strains, and spasms.
If you are bit by a sea snake, you won't usually know until about 30 minutes after.
After a bite, you will feel muscle aches, spasms, and stiffness.
Alright, so these are the sea snakes. They are typically found in warm tropical waters, but also have been a yellow kind of sea snake has been found in Abalone Cove. Their bites are very venomous and can kill you. Food goes in the mouth, out the anus, and welcome back, and our next topic is the life functions in crocodiles, sea crocodiles. Crocodiles reproduce sexually. They slow down their heartbeat to 2 to 3 beats per minute to reduce oxygen consumption, and this allows them to hold their breath for up to 2 hours if they are unbothered, which allows them to stalk their prey and whatnot. They lay eggs, which means they fertilize externally. They have a cold-blooded metabolism, which means they're mostly found in warmer waters. They are apex predators, which means they're at the top of the food chain. They have 4 legs and a tail, so this allows them to swim in the water, and crawl on land. So they will mostly sleep on land. And they are found. It's not like an alligator where you will find it in the Florida Everglades. You can find them in Florida, but it'll be in the ocean, so it'll be in warmer climates like that.